to our first class. And it's interesting. We have a lot of things to discuss, and we have less people in the class. But it's fine. It's a start. And sometimes when you start up anything, it's always crappy in the beginning. But like I always say, consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency will make the difference as we continue and along the way. Consistency will always bring the right people and bring people, you know. But this, I'm so excited about this class. Like, I've been looking forward to it, and today it has come. I'm so excited. This is an opportunity for not only everybody that will be present for this class, but for me too, to grow. They say knowledge is power, and you can never stop, you can never exhaust how much you know, and you can never stop growing. As long as you keep building and you keep going, you will learn more and more and more things. There are things that I also want to learn from everybody here, not just learning from me to you guys, but from you to me. There are things I also want to learn, and it's an opportunity. And giving ourselves that opportunity is good, and it's something that if we don't start, nobody will do it for us. So, introduction. I'm already doing the introduction though. I'm already doing the introduction. So, this is a platform that I think God put in my heart to start, and not for just me, but to build a team. And this team, I want us to build unity, love, strength, strong foundation, because every great company today, they started on a strong foundation. Strong foundation means the right foundation. There's always a foundation somewhere, somehow. But the right foundation happens to be the strong foundation. And you can want to build a foundation as a boss. You can want to build a foundation as a leader. You get, as a leader, you know, you can want to be in front and let people follow you. Or as a leader, you can also want people to follow you side by side. Whichever choice you make to start is good, but in the long run, the foundation will tell if it's a strong one or it's a weak one. So you guys know, in filmmaking, there's a lot to learn, and I want us to start from the beginning. All right? I want to start from the beginning to the end, because there is a long line how life starts. Life starts here, right? And end here. So the same thing, just like from cradle to grave, from start to finish. From here, it's for life, it's like where you were born. The same thing as company, where you give birth to the idea, give birth to the company. And here, when the company is known, and this is where you sell the products or whatever you start here, whatever you have started, it ends here and it gets to the people you are creating the content for and get to them. So, welcome, guys. It becomes part of you. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, gentlemen. I said ladies, there's no lady that came you guys with you guys. Welcome, gentlemen.
First student.
Yeah. So this is our first student in history. It's our first student. Let's give it up for her.
Happy prize for her.
Happy prize for her.
This prize is open.
Another prize.
Another prize.
All right. So before you guys, we're just starting. We've not gone far. We're just starting. I'm just doing introduction to what we're here to do. Once again, it's an honor and privilege for us to be. I've been looking forward to this particular class so that we can sit together and we can rub minds together and we can bring up great ideas and we can create our life for ourselves. We can create something for this world. I wrote something here. I said, in the world of creativity, ideas are currency. You know, idea rules the world, but our thoughts rule our lives. If you notice, life today is ruled by ideas. Man's idea. God said, let there be, and there was. He had an idea before he said it. God said, let so thing grow for how many years? And it was an idea. And man came up with the idea of aeroplane. It was man's idea. And another man came up with the idea of a moving car. How can this happen? He came up, everything is an idea. And today, it's a currency and it's paying them. Now, this particular, I'm already jumping, but all is in this class. I'll be going up and down as long as it just connects to what we're here for. These particular ideas are currencies. Obeys one law. Obeys one law. And the law is delay gratification. Gratification. It means it may take time, but if you keep at it, if you stay consistent, like I always say, if you stay consistently doing it over and over and over and over again, it becomes what? It becomes a reality, which is examples that I've just put in front of us. So the first thing I want us to really understand is when it has to do with filmmaking, because obviously this is the foundation we want to build. When it has to do with filmmaking, the first thing is, it's like the first level of life. Even though you want to do anything in life, the first level is, what can it do for you? I used to put it at what can it do for you? Like, what's the vision? Where did you see that this thing is taking you to? Because if you don't see where it's taking you to, there's no point of doing it. If you don't see the power of when you start and the end, when you start is where you get the idea and the vision. Then you start. Then you continue and you get to the end. As a matter of fact, this thing takes time. This is time. It can take you 5 years. It can take you 10 years. But first of all, you have to understand that there are levels in life. The first level is understand that if I start and I stay at it, this is what it's going to give me. Let me take this great. How many of us, I don't know if all of us watch basketball, Kobe Bryant. You know he's late. Yeah, Kobe Bryant is a legend. Do you know that the first time Kobe wanted, before Kobe went to Lakers, there was a club that wanted to draft Kobe. But Kobe was 18. No money, no nothing. And this club, you're about to be drafted for about $10,000. What do you know? But Kobe said no. I think we can make research. I think it's Charlotte something. I can't remember the company. The NBA club now. They wanted to draft him, but he said no. Why? Because the company does not have the value that he's looking for. He knows that the Lakers will pay anything to win championship. He knows that the Lakers will bring in any coach to win championship. they will do anything to make sure they win trophy. Had it been Kobe was drafted in that first club, he wouldn't have won any championship. He saw that the company does not have the values that he wants from when he was 18, before he went to Lakers. That is the first level to life. Now that we're here, I believe we're supposed to be more than this. Like, good. But I've stood in front, like, and I've thought about this. What can this thing do for me? If this thing can change my life, I want to do it. If this thing can pay me, if this thing can make me a millionaire, if this thing can build my life, can transition me from who I was to a different kind of person I want to be, I want to do it. That's the first level. So you must see it. It's a vision. You must, when you visionize, it's not something that the eyes can see. It's something that your mind have seen it, and your mind, has done the work. So when first of all, understand where you are and where you're getting to, then you can run with it. Now, the first level when it comes to filmmaking is, first of all, ideas. That is before you go for post-production or for production. First of all, when you have ideas, then you develop the ideas. All right? Because without ideas, how do you make a film? How do you create a story? That's the first thing. So when you have the idea, so what if you don't have the idea? What then happens? Like, what if you don't have the idea? What then happens? Can we actually do it? Is it really possible not to have ideas? Is it really possible not to have ideas? I don't know.
Even lot of ideas is even my idea.
At times, if you're doing something or you want to do something that you're really not into, something that it's not like your interest.
Yeah. It's going to turn green, so yeah.
Okay.
You can go ahead, yeah.
Okay. So at times, if it's something that is not your passion, you don't have vision for, or something that it's not just you, if they throw that at you, it's like you go blank. Like you can't develop an idea towards that. You understand? But when it's something that you have a vision or you're passionate about, even if you're asleep, when they wake you up and say, oh yeah, this, you can see that your mind begins to flow with stuffs. So as you said, the first step is ideas. I don't think if there is no idea you can achieve anything, there has to be an idea. That's my thought.
Yeah. Okay. Any other thought?
I think my thought is I think there's always an idea.
Yeah.
The problem becomes whether you're paying attention to it or not. Because whether we like it or not, ideas are always flying through our minds every second of the day. It's the one that catches your attention that you put down or you pursue. Most times, most of them do not capture your attention. Like she said, if it's something that's your life's dream, any idea that flows through catches your attention. If not, you let it go.
I agree with you guys. But sometimes, even your life is an idea. Your life, let me put it like this, your life is a story. So in film, everybody's a storyteller. Some people, we think that, script writing is just particularly for one type of people. That's what basically we think. But our life is a story. It's full of too many stories that we can tell and make money out of it. It sounds somehow, but it's true. Our life is full of stories that we can come up with and motivate the next generation, like a testimony that our life is a testimony that has the miracles to change another person's life. Our life has that substance to change a life. And that is why, when you experience, when you have your experience, that's why the power of teaching cannot be matched. When let me go to the Bible, when Jesus Christ came, he told stories, he told parables, and people's lives were changed. Bishop TJ was saying something about Christ, Jesus Christ. He said, if Christ would have come in our time, he would have been a filmmaker, because then he told stories, but there was no camera. And that's what made me love filmmaking more. Like, I'm telling stories, and these are life-touching stories, scenarios that has the ability to change people that are watching it, and also we that are behind the scene, turning our lives around and building a life for ourselves. To get. So sometimes when we don't have, probably we're trying to build an idea. Start from where you are, like, go back in time. What has been, your journey. Probably you wake up in the morning and you want to tell a story how your day went. I have, every day when I wake up, some things I do would have been maybe doing the same thing, but some day on, maybe second day, next day, there's one thing that will be different from what I did the previous day. That is a story. Might not be interesting, but it's a story. So sometimes when you lack the ultimate idea, you start from who you are, from where you are, and you build up an idea from there. I don't know if it makes sense. You get. So next is you develop, then you go for research and develop your idea. Because what can we use? Okay, we already have something we're going to talk about. This script. I want us to take this time to, since this is the time, this is the team. All right. So one of the importance of this class is also to learn new things, and for us to also brainstorm on the project we have at hand. Because I won't lie, you have a lot of projects at hand that we're not giving more attention, like we're not giving detailed attention to, which is also affecting us. We can see the passion on set, we can see the teamwork, but there's still something that's still missing, those details that we need to put together so that we can be a complete team. We can be the perfect team, the A team, the number one team. Because I don't know how you guys see this. I'm seeing a different future from where I'm standing. Even though the number is few here, but I'm seeing a different future from where I'm standing. That's how I see this thing. You get? So I'm not just here wasting my time to try to think and say things that does not make sense or things that make sense. So when I saw the film Dreaded Zone, what came to my mind first was, I was the one that actually gave him the story. Then when I was looking at it on the pre-production development stage, okay, I was like, how was he able to bring up the whole concept of writing the script to get, because after I gave him the idea, the next thing was for him to develop it. You know, there's so much in this that we can use to come up with a script. Dread zone. What's even the word dread? Fear.
Yeah.
That's fear.
Like, dread is more than fear.
Fears.
It's a senior brother.
Fear zone. Okay, so we have now, when the idea came, so we have this as one of the factor, then we have procrastination as the other factor. So from research and thinking, dread zone came out. That's the first step. You give your idea a title. Then it's clear that this is what you want. Then the first thing is you now have to decide if it's a feature film you want to do or a short film. That will inform you on how to start writing. When you decide, because feature film, right? You go detailed. Like you go detailed. Then if it's short film, you keep some things hidden in between the lines for the people that are watching to complete the whole story. So when Dreaded Zone came in, the first thing it started with interior. Even our scriptwriter will come also share his own idea. We keep brushing up until we become professional. What I'm saying now is, sometimes you think it's easy, but when you stand here, you know that it's not. So, and it's also something that we need to build personal development, which is part of our classes. Personal development. That is why this camp is here. So anything you are giving out to the world, you have it as a content for yourself. So you see, I'm so comfortable, even though I'm saying rubbish right now. I'm so comfortable because it's my process. Okay, so when I sit tomorrow and I look at my process, then after a few months or 1 year, and I also look at my process, look at there and how I got here. There's something there's something that will change in you and tell yourself, I'm seeing my progress. But if you don't start, you're not going to proceed. You're not going to see your progress. So I'm chipping this so that we know that, let's have it in mind. Like I said, we're going to be, I'm not threatening you, but I'm automatically, what's the word? Preparing us. Okay, I'm automatically preparing us for so let's just break down Dreaded Zone, since it's our next project. Because I don't have plans to talk more today, like go into details, because for film, after the first pre-production stage, then when we come to post-production, then we're talking about lighting, lens, camera, aperture, f-stop. We're not in a hurry, but the shots, let's see if we need to see if we need to do over the shoulder of her to the director, or over the shoulder of director to her, that same level of angle of shots, or we don't need to attach their shoulder. We just have a frame of the director on low angle to give him the power, or we just do pistola high angle and not put the director's shoulder. Which one do we think?
Well, is it possible? Okay, because it's not just one time now, right? If I follow the scripts, like it's not one time that she came. Was it one time that she came? He rejected.
No, I'm not sure. No. Yep.
So
There's several times.
Is it possible to mix the shots in?
Okay. It's not. The problem is not the mixing. The problem is the why. Are we doing it?
Some we do it from the shoulder, some we do not from the shoulder or something.
So the question is, why are we doing it?
Uncle Fred has said, I think it's because we want to show who is in control at that point.
No, obviously we're not changing the shots style. What I'm saying now is,
I understand what you're saying, that where to get it from, close to the shoulder and give him that height, or not bringing in the shoulder matter, but still give him that height.
Yeah. So why do we need to do that, and why must we not do that? For me, this is the reason. So now, when a dialogue scenario, in a dialogue scene, you're shooting a dialogue scene, the reason why they do OTS is because when we have an angle of the person. So it's just a connection. For you to know that there's still that connection of somebody there in the scene with the other person. So that connection, we don't want to detach them from that connection. That means it's a connection, right? So it is usually emotional at that particular point, okay? Because it depends on the dialogue they're actually saying. For you to connect them together, you keep them in the same, even though you are doing OTS, so it depends on the connection, on the dialogue they are saying. So we can take that into consideration, or sometimes we don't. But if we're putting it into consideration, this is the reason why we're doing it. Okay. So in some cases, you can just not put it into consideration. And if they ask you, why you need to put it into consideration? You say, oh, I don't know. It's also fine. But it doesn't make you a better cinematographer when you don't have a reason why you're doing this. So the better, I mean, if you can explain the reason why you're doing it, it makes you a better cinematographer because you have a why. Mm-hmm. But if you cannot explain it, it still goes. The story still comes out, people still understand what you're doing, but in your own field, can you win award as a cinematographer like that, not knowing what you're doing? No. But the more you explain what you're doing, why you're putting these two together because of the storyline, it makes more sense. Like, the judges hear you and they go like, oh, this person knows what he's doing. He's a good storyteller. So what makes a good storyteller is the reason why you're doing that thing. The reason why you're lighting up this like this, the reason why you're getting this angle like this, the reason why you add this sound to this. That's what makes you win the awards, not just when you shoot and they ask you why and you don't know why. You get? Yeah. So the why is always the power there. Yeah. So now let me hear the conversation. So let's see if we're going to use that shot. The conversation says that Mr. Lai is still looking at Stan. Okay. Okay, I see. He looks at her and she gives her a flat smile, but he didn't smile and she's seen with an awkward gesture. So that means they did not connect. They were sitting together and having a conversation, but there was no connection. So for me, I will not do OTS. I'll just do an individual shot with the angle of elevation, with expression or elevation. That's what I would do. So to further tell the story why I'm doing that. Because it's a dialogue scenario, but it's not an engaging or emotional dialogue scenario that you will put the two characters and keep them together for that scenario. So me, I'll just do different shots, but probably for people to know that they are together, I'll either do an introduction shot a wide shot to shoot two of them, or to end the scene with just two of them.
Okay.
So, and now the lighting, yeah, good. The lighting for that scene. How do we light up that scene? We light up that scene.
Just give me the microphone. This would be my suggestion.
Yeah.
We're still creating an air of mystery around the HR director, just making not so brightly lit, like what you were asking the other time. If one side of his face can be lit, the other face dark. This would be a good place to do that, to create that mystery. Then Bisola can be brightly lit.
Okay.
So one person is slightly in the dark, she's bright. So that's also telling the story again.
Good idea.
He hasn't come out fully well. He's not yet impressed. So that it also tells that there's no connection between them, like you said earlier.
Okay. We can also do that reverse.
Okay.
Do you know understand what I mean? So Bisola can be the person because since she's obviously in fear and procrastination, and at that point she's on ease and all that, we can do the reverse. Instead of her giving her that light, we'll give her less light and we'll give the power lighting and everything to it.
Okay.
I don't know. Makes sense, right?
It makes a whole lot of sense.
So when you said that too,
So that shows that he's confident.
yeah, he's confident as in charge. Giving that light, giving that short power shots. So
Does even darkness represent fear sometimes?
yeah, a lot. It represents fear. So that makes more sense. I didn't need to put this into consideration, but it makes more sense.
Okay, so that place, like, because I think there's somewhere that they were just showing his laughter.
Yeah, that's a time lapse of
Yes.
time lapse.
We hear the laughter.
We're showing him laugh.
No, I don't know yet. So
Are we showing
we need to.
I don't think from the story. I don't think we're showing.
I don't think I'm showing laugh. I think we're
hear his
hearing laugh.
laughter.
But
It's more like time lapse.
But we see where he dropping the file, he's flinging the file to her back. You know, he's flinging the file back to her and rejecting her. So we'll find now.
Because why I'm asking is, we said now we are going to remove that air of mystery from him and giving him full light.
Yeah.
If we're going to put his laughter or showing that, for me, I feel with the idea he was saying to sustain the mystery of who is this person.
Yeah.
You understand? Because the laughter, I don't believe is just going to be like, hey. It's supposed to have some air in it. So, yeah. So I feel if we leave him in the half whatever, because it's still, that one is her mind.
Yeah.
You understand? Then the place where the laughter comes. You understand? It will connect that, that. So who is this man really? You get the point. That's just me what I'm thinking. It gives like a bit of mystery, a bit of what. If he's kept in the dark, partly in the whatever, then that effect of, because all this is in her mind, then the scene where she now finally came, we now finally really show that light on him that, he's like the HR or the director. But while you're watching from the beginning, you might be thinking, is this a bit, what's it about this man? Okay, is that why she's scared? What is it about this man that's getting her scared? So your head will be going through, is it the man that is causing the fear because she has heard about it? I mean, is it things that are doing her?
So good.
So at the end, you now see that,
Understand.
it's not really the man, it's
her, it's herself.
It's just in,
So that's really good because we're going to be playing a lot with people's mind and people's head at that point before they will now finally get the full story. So, but it's that laughter and rejection. It's a different scene because she has to. I think there's a part where she went. After the let me read it again.
Yeah, because it's even a different scene. Because already you're showing him in that.
Okay.
Then they're not hearing.
So now after that first scene where Stan rejected, right? The scene, the story went back to the toilet gallery again. Continue. Good. So she's in review, looking at her reflection with an uneasy gesture. She then looks at the file. So when we come back, we still have her in that same lighting, that same moment, that same mood. Then she talks to herself, all right, I have analyzed, blah, blah, blah. She then seen bringing in another paper from her bag and makes to put it, but then stop as she's seen confused on what to do and then replace it with another one, okay? That she switched papers and looks at the mirror and gives an awkward smile. Then it tilts into the shot on her face, reflecting on the mirror. Okay. So,
Can I
yeah.
interject?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So I'm thinking we can work with what Auntie Paddy said. But this is how I feel we should do it. Says in the toilet scene, we make her to show that she's afraid of all of that. In the toilet scene, to show that fear, that part can be maybe not so brightly lit. Then when she gets into the boss's office now, she's brightly lit.
Yeah.
The boss is in the dark, making that mystery. So in the toilet, we show her she's still afraid. The light on her is not so much to hide that fear is there. Then when she enters the office, feeling, oh, now I'm going to conquer. The light is bright on her, but the boss is in the dark, not so much dark. Then at the end, when she now, after her conversation with herself, and she decides, oh, this is it now. We increase the light on her in the toilet. She gets into the office. The boss and herself are well lit.
Okay. I get some part of what you said, but I didn't get the whole thing.
Okay.
What you said.
Okay. Let me explain. Now she's in the toilet alone. She's afraid of this. She's afraid. So the light now, we don't light her so much. It's not so bright.
Okay.
It's dim to show her mood where she's. Then when she gets into the office, the light on her comes up. Now we're seeing she's well lit.
Okay.
But that confident. Then the HR director,
lit.
not so bright.
Okay.
We keep him mysterious. It's still that mystery.
Okay.
Let people be wondering, who is this person? Why is he refusing her?
Yeah. Okay.
Then at the end, now when she has resolved that her fear issue in the toilet, we light her up well.
Okay.
Now that shows that this is the confident Bisola going in. You get. She gets to the office now. She's confident. She's now equal with the director. Both of them are well lit. Both of them are now eye level.
Okay.
This is it now. We're the same level now.
Okay.
That's what.
Okay. That means this first scene, the light is on her, then less light on. Okay, there's another scene, scene 4. Scene 4 is where she went back. She still went back to the office. So that particular scene now, what kind of lighting? Do we still maintain the lighting on her?
We still maintain the same light.
On her.
Since she hasn't resolved her issues yet. I think it's
Okay.
in the final scene where she goes into the office after having that conversation with herself.
Then we'll lit the whole.
Then we can now lighting her changes.
Okay, this is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
This is what I'm thinking. Now, in the beginning, where we see her, we give her the lights on her and have that attention. Now, why I'm saying that is at that particular point, trying to put out a story in front of the viewers, not knowing at that particular point, she has not gotten that rejection yet. That first one will still give her the lighting, but the shots is also the one we want to give her.
Because nothing has started.
Nothing has started then. People don't know. She has not received rejection. Now, the moment she now come back, which is this scene 4, that's where she received that rejection. So do you think we still use that lighting on her?
Yeah, I think we should still use not the power light. I think with each rejection, the light should be getting dimmer and dimmer.
That's what I'm thinking. Because
How
enough.
did she go to the office in her mind?
Yes.
Is it 2 times?
No, more in her mind, because there was time lapse. So we're looking at she has gone. Let's assume in her mind she has gone more than 6 times, because we can do time lapse of. There's a part where he threw the first scene was him saying you are not qualified. I think the fourth scene the same thing, but the other scenes in between where we see he throws the file at her. So all those ones we can do those ones as time lapse.
Okay. So after scene 4, we have scene 5 where she goes back to the toilet gallery. Both of her hands are seen hitting her face with disappointment, and she's seen hitting on the sitting on the floor.
That hitting starts from the office. when she makes to hit her face, starts from the office, then ends in the toilet.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay, she's saying shocked, loud.
I feel like it's as if she wants to hit her face. But when that finishes in the toilet.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
now I'm seeing it. I didn't see it before. Oh, okay. From the last description of scene 4,
Yes.
you say she's shocked. He laughs, like Stan laughs. She then makes to hit her face with both hands. In the toilet, both hands are seen hitting her face.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it's like a reverse of the file.
Yes.
No, the file was from toilet to the office. This one, the hands are
Hands
from the office.
from the office to the toilet. So now, how do we shoot that? This finger makes sense. That.
Yeah. It's creative.
This finger makes sense. That now Giovanni the
Don't
right.
mind them.
And now this guy the right.
House.
The scriptwriter. Now he's the right. Now he's getting to understand the way I think. Before he brought out this, we don't write like 3. Abi? 3 different scripts. I reject and say no. Baba, write this thing. That's why our shooting for this month is delayed. He want us to do horror film. I say, what's from the horror film? Our audience is family. We're trying to build stories that connect to people. So why would we want to scare them? No.
Subscribe now when we manage it.
We'll go. Pursue them.
Everybody watches family related.
Family related.
Everybody watch horror.
Nobody watch horror.
We had horror too.
You get and this country not too bad for us to watch horror film. We're supposed to watch something way.
All of us are horror ourselves. Our situation is horror.
You know.
Just make sure that if you want to create conversation, you just make sure.
Nigeria.
A horror moment around, man. So okay, fine. That makes sense. So now how do we shoot that?
I didn't see that.
How do we shoot that? Because now, before there, it says that all she sits, okay, she makes to hurry, gets up. That's after Stan has said, okay, after she has, she concluded on herself and she says, I'm fired, right? She makes to hurriedly get up.
Yeah, I have an issue with that. She's applying for a job. Are you going there as I'm fired now? You never get the job. Now, every person they don't get job, they fire.
Yeah, that's why. Even me too, I had an issue with it. But it makes more sense if it's playing in her head.
Yeah, if it's playing in her head.
Yeah. It makes more sense if it's play in her head because sometimes things that are playing in her head are not real things. Because sometimes when I'm dreaming, sometimes I gotta walk for air. Like I'll be wondering, how is that possible in real life? So, but since you dream, it makes more sense. Since the dream, it makes more sense. So if these things are playing in her head, it makes more sense. But it's confusing.
But my point is, do we want to give it away that it's all in her head?
Yeah.
Or do we maintain, let her just say, I'm not qualified, right? I think
but
I'm not qualified,
fired.
right? Not I'm fired, since she never get the job.
Okay. You know why I agree, but how do I put this? I agree with what you're saying. But it is something that people, when they see as if that place was an error, now you go to the end, I notice that, this thing, because are we really giving it away if we leave that? No. Because sometimes people see that as an error, not actually giving it away. For me, I'll see that as an error. Like,
So
and
you want them to see it as an error?
yeah.
That she now said, am I fired?
Yeah.
Okay.
But from the ending, we now understand that, this thing is playing in her head. So that means that line is not an error if it's playing in her head.
So maybe she might be to a point where she's hired.
You get
Again,
because she's not hired.
She's not hired. Again, from your point of view, we can look at it that under the tension where she just asked, am I fired?
You get.
Because she was under tension.
You get. So it makes more sense.
It makes
Yeah, it makes more sense because sometimes when I'm watching, I like this back and forth film. If I watch film twice, that means the writer is good. You get waiting make me watch them again. That means writer is good because I will not lie you. I read this thing twice. When I read it once, I called Giovanni. Giovanni, what do you mean by toilet gallery? Is it I said something, he said, did I really understand the script? I said, why are you asking me that kind of question? I said, okay, don't talk again. I'll go and read it again. It was when I read it again that I now understand it. Even when you are mentioning this slap on face, I read it, I still don't understand it. Now, I understand that.
Each time I read, it's like, okay, she just slapped. I just concluded she just slapped her face. You understand?
But I did not see that transition.
I didn't see that transition that it was from the office to the toilet.
Wow.
I didn't see it.
Wow. I mean, Omo.
You need to give Giovanni a bottle of coke.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Even me, this is the only script that I've read twice.
That means that, see, from now, if this guy keep up like this,
his spirit sends something.
if this guy keep up like this, if this guy keep up like this, bro, this classes is going to be so important so that we can analyze every script like this.
Yeah. It has to be.
If we keep up like this,
So
because only me, I might not, because of
that
distractions and too much work, I might not just see all these things. I'm going to shoot rubbish on set. So,
yeah,
man,
like the way we are doing now.
Yeah.
Like on the Mondays, when the next script comes,
Yeah.
it's a Monday training.
It's a Monday training.
We also discuss the script like this because we're seeing a lot
Yeah.
of different lines.
yeah.
You understand?
And you said something, even the development of the story, like he sits here and we develop it with him and we tell him what we need in the script. So he goes
And they
write it and bring it back. So when he brings it back, we'll not be confused like this. So the storyline, as it's in our head, you just blend. All we need to do, then do pre-production, do short list, do lighting, do sound, and go out and put it out there. Our content will be more richer.
Because it's coming from different brains, just like the way we're discussing now.
Our content is more richer.
Even in developing the script, like we sit down, okay, this script, everybody bring he writes down. Then he now adds this, his brain again.
Into it. Man, I'm liking this already. So, where are we? We've not even discussed sound at all. We've not even discussed sound. We're just discussing shot and lighting. But it's good. Okay, there's a sequence here. She's seen after the first rejection, she goes back. That's scene 3. She goes back to the toilet. She's seen bringing in another paper. How do we shoot that? From her bag. After scene 3. Scene 3, the description, scene 3. She's revealed looking at her reflection with an uneasy gesture. She then looks at the file. Yeah. And all right, then she says a dialogue. Then after that dialogue, there's a description where she's seen bringing in another paper from her bag. Make to put it, but stop. And she's seeing confused. So there are too many things that's going on here. I can't. So first, she reveals. She's looking at the reflection. That she's looking at the mirror first. That's the first shot. Then she's with an uneasy gesture. She looks at the file. Then she looks at the file. Right. So first of all, mirror shots. Now, okay. So if I'm going to do that, I might want to play around mirror shots. Then when her eyes goes down, I'll go to her hand. Or I can do, since it's a sequence from one to the other, she sees looking at the mirror, then she goes down with looking at the file. So I might not want to put the two shots description on one shot. I might want to make it interesting, keep people suspense, her eyes on the mirror. Then when she looks at the paper, she looks at the paper. Then that's the one straight continuous shot, and I cut. I go to wide. Then the next thing says and makes to put it, but then stop. She's saying confused. And replace it with another paper. and look at the mirror and gives an awkward smile. This into the tight shot of her face reflection. Person in the mirror. Okay. I think things that happen here.
Yeah, we have a lot of things happening here. She's bringing out the paper from her bag, trying to put aside her file, and she stops.
Yeah.
And she stops. Then she looks. Then she looks into the mirror again.
So I don't want to make that scene epic, like doing series of shots to make it. Do we want to make it interesting? No. Probably it should look more emotional than interesting, or it should look more disorganized than interesting. It depends on the one.
I think it should be emotionally disorganized.
Correct.
Because the emotions are like confusion and as if she
unease.
feels she's doing it, like she's like
Okay.
so
Good.
that emotion and
Good. That means that we now is playing in my mind for us to do probably shots without definition, shots without rule of thought, shots without, but still we see what we want them to see, but probably the shots are wrong. Yeah, probably the shots are wrong. Getting her from different angle. Yeah, it will. It was settled, but not settled yet. Is it settled in your brain?
It's not bad.
Uche, is it settled in your brain?
Not yet.
Baba, is it settled in your brain?
everybody Uncle Feb is the master sorter. I'm sorting it out.
No, like you said, I think we should just make it disorganized but emotional.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
This is the point. She's in the toilet looking at the mirror. She's confused. Is it that this is confusion now? Is it that my files, everything I have in this file is something missing? Is something missing? So she reads it on her bag to bring it out. Okay, let me add this one. Maybe with this one, it will help. Then she stops. What if this is the wrong one?
Yeah.
This is me. And what if this is the wrong one? Bring this one. Okay, I'll put this one inside. Then probably after she has put it inside, she now looks in the mirror and smiles awkwardly herself, like this smile of God, please let it be okay now. That kind of smile, and she goes in, and she's still rejected. So I think that's what he's trying to portray there.
Yeah.
So now the point is, like you say, how do we capture all of these
The shots they'll be taking now.
without making it look? Without making it look too epic and without making it look so organized.
It's organized, you get.
You get.
So there's no dialogue there.
There's no
There's
dialogue.
no dialogue there. It's just what she's doing.
Plus when she
But
press,
I don't want it to look so fine and so interesting.
Okay.
You get like so epic. We're going to see slow motion,
Yes.
switch shots, just come angle.
Thank you.
But we want a little bit
disorganized
disorganized.
confusion.
Emotional, just have peace.
Yeah,
Facial expression.
want a little bit
Yeah,
disorganized.
sorry with the shots now.
Yeah.
The shots.
So now the only thing now that the only shot that I can say that will work and we'll use it is the high angle shot to see how small. That one we'll use it. But now how to get the different angles, with that shot, because we can't give her a power shot. We can only give her probably okay.
So why not a high angle shot? Then a camera somewhere is taking her from
Medium,
yeah,
her facial expression, how confused she is.
yeah, that close shots.
Then
Close shot to tell the expression on her face.
yeah.
Then you could later fall back to that high angle shots.
Yeah. Are you putting this camera on this guy's face? This guy is talking.
In face issue.
Is the voice showing?
His voice.
My voice is showing.
Take, what's your voice to show?
No, my voice should.
Okay.
Your head.
So
Should.
go ahead.
So that's what I'm saying. Maybe like the high angle shots, then another shot that it's taking her a close up to tell of her expression, her facial expression. So that will now tell a story. Okay, this is so then that high angle shot stays on her. Then if you want to maybe play with the camera again, you just take another.
High angle shot, like from an angle of a
Elevation.
Yes.
So she's facing the camera.
No,
she's
she-
doing her thing,
But the camera is.
so that it makes her small.
Okay, there's this shot called Dutch angle shot. Dutch angle, what does Dutch angle shot means? It means a confused state.
That shot you always like doing. That will be telling you straighten the shot, you know, go straighten shot. You know, bend camera, you know, go straighten shot. Then now you stay like that. That's Dutch angle.
Okay.
The Dutch angle. So I'm trying to see this scenario. Does it connect with that
Okay, like,
shot style?
The way of Trevor explained it,
Yeah.
like it's dodged.
Yeah, it's just like
Not straight.
yeah, it's just like something's like this. Instead of you to put camera like you put on like this. So you're seeing it like this.
Yeah.
So in a confused state. So
Yeah.
it's not totally arranged.
Yeah,
The way you pick
Yes.
keyboard.
Yes, and like those lead singers, those the backup. I'll tilt no, let me say that's like establishment that will take from ground, but the choir is a bit tilted, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
That's
I think it's
So
good because
some people
of
like
the
that. Let this guy come back
situation.
no mass. Like literally, come back no mass. We still there. So we just that's state of confusion.
I feel the shot is because of the confusion or whatever that is happening there. I remember the shots, like I see them in some movies too,
Yeah.
especially horror movies or movies that they want to do like, you understand.
yeah.
Indian movie.
Then now that you said horror movies, another thing probably we can do there is shoot at a very low shutter speed to give this
that
blurry effect,
feel.
to give this blurry effect around
Oh,
there.
nice.
That's another thing we can do.
Okay.
Show that confusion.
That confusion state, or that's another thing we can do there. So either Dutch angle confusion or that. That's another thing we can think of playing with.
Okay.
Yes.
So that means this shot now that the scriptwriter described here probably might not be the shot we would take for scene 4. Now, after the last description that we're still trying to contemplate, we'll go back to her face. Okay, now, okay, I think I get. So it tilts into the mirror to see her face reflection down. There's also a transition, it tilt
Again.
pull out.
The pull out now comes to her in the office.
In the
looking
office.
at the director. So there's a
Pull out.
lot of
There's a lot of in and out, in and out.
This guy, he brain works.
Giovanni.
Yeah.
So but do we want to put the camera to an eye level at this moment? Because in the story,
pulling out.
do we want to put the camera at her eye level? Like, because putting camera to somebody's eye level means that everything is normal, it's neutral life, neutral.
Okay.
No,
Nothing is-
let's
So it
not.
can't-
We
because
don't.
it's
Still
still
in that zone of
That's my point.
this thing now.
Despair.
Yeah. So we still have to put an angle to the shot. So even though
Because still making her small.
we're doing these zooming in and zooming out,
So the pull out will be like
we'll still be on that high, that angle. Time lapse. Mr. Stan flinging her file back
back to her.
6 times with a voiceover of "Get out, you are not qualified." Some of the voiceover I heard, the laughter. So are we showing Mr. Stan? Are we showing his face? Or we're just, because what I'm seeing is just Bisola, and we see people fling like 6 times on her face. So the sound, obviously we know who is talking, since we know that Bisola is not the one. Bisola is on the shots and she's not the one talking. So obviously know that it's Mr. Stan. So is that what will be better for this? We see fire flinging on her face because that's still going to be on that same high angle. So we see the paper as it flings, it falls on our face on that same shot, keeps flinging, fall on our face, that same shot. So how do we now know it's now 6 times?
It says some voiceover have lab, some don't have lab.
Yeah.
You understand?
So what differentiates? Some have, some does not have, but still don't.
Voiceovers are with lab.
That means, do we say some 3 have, 3 don't have?
Yeah,
So the 3 that does not have, how do we differentiate that?
No, I would even suggest that instead of with each time lapse we are hearing the voice, we can just be seeing the action and probably the last time just hear get out with the laughter. Since it's time lapse, you know, once there's time lapse, there's practically it's fast, happening very fast and no sound or this. So we can do something like that. The time lapse is happening fast, and then you just see, and you can see. We can do the time lapse in this way. By the time the first one is flying off, you're seeing probably it's fading out. The fire landing on the table again. He's looking, flinging it again. The fire landing, and then the last time with the fire flinging, you hear "get out" and the laughter. Or maybe under those, maybe from the third time, we can be hearing the laughter like this wicked laughter. Or we can hear the "get out," then the last time you hear the laughter, or you hear the laughter and the last time you hear the "get out." One of that. So that with each scene, you are not repeating the get out, get out, get out.
That's what I want us to differentiate.
Like for the flinging of the paper, I'm thinking there are various ways the paper will come fly. Because if you keep doing it, if you do like this and do like this, it will now be like repeats. But if he falls like this, maybe next time he pours it, it falls in a particular format. Next time, so 3 different formats of how the paper will fly and fall.
Yeah.
At least gives you that, okay, there are 3 different
Clips.
So that is not one.
Okay.
Shot from different angles as well.
Okay. So now let's define it. Since it's like that, so how do we fling it and how do we differentiate it from this to the other, to that to that?
So is it
It can be shot from different angles.
Okay. Different angles. That's if we have the luxury of different space here. Now, also different angles too. Like from how do you mean different angles? Because we have 2 people sitting down, and the director is here, she is here. So, and we have her like this. So, you know, if we want to obey 180-degree rule, we stay on the same path. But if we want to now do, so now is either if we change that, you know, we're automatically confusing the audience, the viewers. That means she's no more in that office again. Probably she's somewhere else because they will be seeing something else in her background.
So the angle I mean, it could be from above and from the side and from the
Above.
Different positions.
Okay, that means that makes sense. So if we do POV of the director, so that means it's going to be from high angle of the director head. Now, if we now do OTS of the director, then it's going to be at that angle. So we have 2. So do we do them?
Yeah, so the third one can be a wide shot. It just happens.
Why shall showing 2 of them?
Yes.
Okay, I thought we don't want to show 2 of them. Do we want to show 2 of them?
More of the paper and
So now,
so it's like in the throwing.
But we can do the last one and shoot 2 of them.
So if we do the
You
OTS
throw
now and the POV, the third one can be it landing on the camera with a little bit of the other, not her now, the person landing. So from top coming like this. So maybe the arm or whatever of the person can just show it
a little bit.
It's flat, it's flowing in the camera, maybe in a slow motion.
Well, you're sure that they are
Sorry.
OTS. Okay, let me get you well. So from what angle now is the camera showing his hand?
From the camera, there's a shoulder, there's a shot called the shoulder.
Yeah.
The arm, the shoulder angle.
Yeah, OTS from the shoulder to the person.
So it will come from an elevated angle.
Yeah, so from up now.
Up.
Okay, so we see the hand. Like this part of the hand, not under.
It could be from like just a bit of it like that.
Yeah.
Like this. So the people will come like this. This could be our third angle, our third shot.
Okay.
Do you happy to what
I'm still gonna get it.
The
So just
paper
an
is
idea.
coming
So
to
if-
her or to leaving his hand.
It's leaving his hand now.
So I think Bisola.
No, we might not really. It's okay.
So this is just an idea. So you cannot work on
In my
work on the
head.
best shots. This is just an idea.
Okay.
So those three different angles gives the viewers where it is not infiltration.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I want another thing I'm thinking of for the paper stuff thing, for throwing the paper. You know, at first, like if you're trying to vary from, if somebody, when you start telling somebody no, you understand?
Yeah.
First it was just like, take your fight. Then the person comes again, and then you're still seeing the same nonsense. What's this? The next time
You just throw it off.
you fling it up, like get out. You understand? So from the first,
Yeah,
then
second.
so that variation in that also tells how his own
Anger is increasing.
like
Anger.
Okay. These are good ideas, but I'm still seeing from
how to shoot the thing.
yeah. Also from close up, medium, extreme close up, medium, go a little bit backward. You see the probably see the a little back head of the HR. Then on her face, her face probably will tell the story. The first one, when they fling it, she just go. Second one, when they fling it, she just go. Third one, when she fling it, just go. When they fling it, so she keeps on changing her expression. I'm thinking that too can work. What do you think?
Okay.
If you keep changing her expression,
changing the
the
expressions, right.
the shots keeps changing from the close up to extreme close up. I mean, from extreme close up to medium. Shot keeps going like that. Then at the close up, we're not seeing the HR's hand. But when we keep going back, we'll not see his hand. I'm just saying which one works better for us. Because now we need to decide on one. Now we have plenty ideas.
Ideas.
So this one.
So now also we can also decide to play with the lighting of each shot, so that they know that is a difference. There's difference in the shots with the lighting, or we can also do as Bisola, as she sit down, paper in her face through her face. Next shot, she sit down again. So she's getting up, she's sitting down, paper is in her face, she's looking up, sitting down, paper in her face. I'm just thinking.
So, but the paper in our face have to vary so that it don't look like we repeat.
Yeah, or yeah, good. So might have one paper, 3 paper, plenty paper, 10 paper. I don't like that.
I think the first one can be, like you said, fling across the table, hitting her probably on the chest or just fling across the table. The next one can be
her face.
So her face.
Don't know behind.
The next one can be even behind her, over her shoulder. Just get out.
Oh, okay.
Where she has to probably see. We see her. Maybe that one we even see her bending down,
Then to
picking
pick
it.
it. Maybe
When that
one.
one is dissolving out, we now see her again.
Again, maybe she's the thing
So
fly
that-
over. She's looking backward to see the paper.
You know,
okay?
you did that time lapse thing in this on Eden when Miriam was when she was walking around. Here she's sitting holding pillow. There you see her standing, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We'll just settle on one. P, come and hand up for us now.
Oh, I should stand up and handle.
Hand up for us. Hand up for us.
This first clap is for you. Now this is your
Don't tell me.
Oh, I did not tell you, but not, as I mentioned this, I said I will just point at
Okay, people
any
of God.
bodies.
You see.
Okay.
Tangible.
Yeah.
Who's the soul voice? Hey.
Yes, sir.
We have to see your voice.
Hear.
No, see.
Hear someone's voice. When you speak, things happen. Yeah.
Okay, so please, round of applause to our boss for an awesome first training of Amechi Ofiwe Studios. So thank you so much. Thank you. And also clap for yourself for being here, for your contributions and all that, because I've learned a lot, seriously speaking. And I want to believe, did we enjoy the class?
Yes.
Is it time
Let me tell
wasted?
you one of the things you
No.
learned. Let me tell you one of the things you learned. You learned power shots.
Yes, I learned power shot.
Again, for the first time, our ideas were needed for production. It shows that we really learned a lot for us to really contribute to positive.
Yes. And Uncle Fe was just killing us with, he has a chaste mind. He plays to it's a chess teacher. So he was using that.
Where did this guy digested this whole stuff?
And I asked, was it yesterday or when he was saying he didn't read the script? You understand? So that's awesome. I think left for me, salt at the back of the camera. I hope you also grabbed something.
Yes, ma'am.
Next class, we'll put us in front of the camera.
No, seriously, I can't wait for the next class left for me. It's not about the number, but it's about the mind. Like, yes, what came out today, and I believe all of us are taking a lot. And I believe next time we're on set, you think differently.
Yes.
You understand? And then also, as director said, we'll be discussing our script like this, because it will help us also that it's not only him discussing with script writer. He can say, okay, Uncle Fair, please handle the script for this month. You understand? And then the shots tonight, if I go, at least I'll be looking at, okay, yes, it's this and that. You understand? The light and all that. This is interesting. It helps us to also be on like if I want to produce something, and let's say on my own, one small thing, I have ideas now, and I now understand how to handle stuff. It's quite interesting for me. So thank you both for this opportunity, and thank you guys for allowing your brains to work together. Okay, so we are
We are done now.
oh God, this thing, what is the saying that I can't even remember the saying, but when you're enjoying something, you don't want it to finish. You understand? But then you must have a stop to it so that you can still do other things, get yourself together, get back again. We're coming back again. And so now that we understand what it is, we'll come more prepared with the knowledge, and then also share with those that are not around what they have really missed. Because I feel some might feel, but this thing,
It's going up on YouTube. I'll do it tomorrow.
Okay, beautiful.
I've told you
Thank you, sir.
optimize my YouTube.
Okay, so
Make your YouTube go because
So I'll do a video about it. I'll post
the
on my
clips,
YouTube.
everybody can talk.
Subscribe to my channel.
don't worry, you will subscribe. But you too need to subscribe to his channel. Okay, so thank you all. Is there anything we want to say also before we just quickly get going? Okay, you're saying thank you.
Yeah, I'm saying thank you also for this initiative. I'm saying now I know that there is more to production, and then sometimes you can also go and sit down on your own and just look through things. I told what's her name, Adaka, to teach me how to. I told her to teach me storytelling using clips and pictures. She said she will. If not for this 3 days retreat, we would have. I'm sure we would have had a class. So, thank you.
No problem, sir.
Everything I say, just say thank you.
We're still going to have people like Adaka come and also share questions because as I'm sharing, I also want people to share so that we too will learn. So we're going to have us. That's why we also need to next class. I'm not revealing the topic of the next class. So
let's go and study because it's going to be.
I think I was doing exclamation.
Okay, sir, can I make that suggestion about the studio binder?
Yes, correct.
Please subscribe to that on YouTube. Because of what I learned on that light thing. You understand? Normally I wouldn't even, I just think it's decoration. You just want the place to be yellow or blue. You understand? So please make it a point. Just subscribe to that. And we'll do a lot on that. And you learn a lot. At times when you come serve, maybe you teach us everything that you've learned on that thing. It's very, very educative. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for sacrificing your time. I believe the sacrifice wasn't wasted. Your money, your resources, your time, and all that. Those that needed to rest today are here like Uncle Favor, director. Work continues tomorrow. Okay, guys. So I think we've come to the end.
The first class.
It's a wrap.